that you are to say to the sons of Israel. So Moses came and called the older men of the people and set before them all these words that Jehovah had commanded him. After that all the people answered unanimously and said, "All that Jehovah has spoken, we are willing to do." Immediately Moses took back the words of the people to Jehovah. At this Jehovah said to Moses, "Look, I am coming to you in a dark cloud, in order that the people may hear when I speak with you, and that in you also they may put faith to time indefinite." Then Moses reported the words of the people to Jehovah. And Jehovah went on to say to Moses, "Go to the people, and you must sanctify them today and tomorrow, and they must wash their mantles. And they must prove ready for the third day, because on the third day Jehovah will come down before the eyes of all the people upon Mount Sinai. And you must set bounds for the people round about, saying, 'Guard yourselves against going up into the mountain, and do not touch the edge of it. Anybody touching the mountain will positively be put to death. No hand is to touch him, because he will positively be stoned, or will positively be shot through. Whether beast or man, he will not live. At the blowing of the ram's horn, they themselves may come up to the mountain." Then Moses went down from the mountain to the people, and he set about sanctifying the people, and they engaged in washing their mantles. Accordingly he said to the people, "Get ready during the 3 days. Do not you men come near woman." And on the third day, when it became morning, it came about that thunders and lightnings began occurring, and a heavy cloud upon the mountain, and a very loud sound of a horn, so that all the people who were in the camp began to tremble. Moses now brought the people out of the camp to meet the true God, and they went taking their stand at the base of the mountain. And Mount Sinai smoked all over, due to the fact that Jehovah came down upon it in fire, and its smoke kept ascending like the smoke of a kiln, and the whole mountain was trembling very much. When the sound of the horn became continually louder and louder, Moses began to speak, and the true God began to answer him with a voice. So Jehovah came down upon Mount Sinai to the top of the mountain. Then Jehovah called Moses to the top of the mountain, and Moses went on up. Jehovah now said to Moses, "Go down, warn the people, that they do not try to break through to Jehovah to take a look, and many of them have to fall. And let the priests also, who regularly come near to Jehovah, sanctify themselves, that Jehovah may not break out upon them." At this Moses said to Jehovah, "The people are not able to come up to Mount Sinai, because you yourself already warned us, saying, 'Set bounds for the mountain and make it sacred.'" However, Jehovah said to him, "Go, descend, and you must come up, you and Aaron with you. But let not the priests and the people break through to come up to Jehovah, that he may not break out upon them." Accordingly, Moses descended to the people and told them. Chapter 20. And God proceeded to speak all these words, saying, "I am Jehovah your God, who have brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of slaves. You must not have any other gods against my face. You must not make for yourself a carved image or a form like anything that is in the heavens above, or that is on the earth underneath, or that is in the waters under the earth. You must not bow down to them, nor be induced to serve them, because I, Jehovah your God, am a God exacting exclusive devotion, bringing punishment for the error of fathers upon sons, upon the 3rd generation and upon the 4th generation, in the case of those who hate me, but exercising loving kindness toward the 1,000th generation in the case of those who love me and keep my commandments. You must not take up the name of Jehovah your God in a worthless way, for Jehovah will not leave the one unpunished who takes up his name in a worthless way. Remembering the Sabbath day to hold it sacred, you are to render service, and you must do all your work 6 days. But the 7th day is a Sabbath to Jehovah your God. You must not do any work, you nor your son nor your daughter, your slave man nor your slave girl, nor your domestic animal, nor your alien resident who is inside your gates. For in 6 days Jehovah made the heavens and the earth, the sea and everything that is in them, and he proceeded to rest on the 7th day. That is why Jehovah blessed the Sabbath day and proceeded to make it sacred. Honor your father and your mother, in order that your days may prove long upon the ground that Jehovah your God is giving you. You must not murder. You must not commit adultery. You must not steal. You must not testify falsely as a witness against your fellow man. You must not desire your fellow man's house. You must not desire your fellow man's wife, nor his slave man, nor his slave girl, nor his bull, nor his ass, nor anything that belongs to your fellow man. Now all the people were seeing the thunders and the lightning flashes, and the sound of the horn and the mountain smoking. When the people got to see it, then they quivered and stood at a distance. And they began to say to Moses, "You speak with us, and let us listen. But let not God speak with us, for fear we may die." So Moses said to the people, "Do not be afraid, because for the sake of putting you to the test, the true God has come, and in order that the fear of him may continue before your faces, that you may not sin." And the people kept standing at a distance, but Moses went near to the dark cloud mass where the true God was. And Jehovah went on to say to Moses, "This is what you are to say to the sons of Israel. You yourselves have seen that it was from the heavens I spoke with you. You must not make along with me gods of silver, and you must not make gods of gold for yourselves. An altar of ground you are to make for me, and you must sacrifice upon it your burnt offerings and your communion sacrifices, your flock and your herd. In every place where I shall cause my name to be remembered, I shall come to you and shall certainly bless you. And if you should make an altar of stones for me, you must not build them as hewn stones. In the event that you do wield your chisel upon it, then you will profane it. And you must not go up by steps to my altar, that your private parts may not be exposed upon it." Chapter 20.